In order to fight against the ever-present dangers of nosocomial infections, one of the most important means is an efficient cleaning system in the hands of the personnel in charge of hygiene. Biocleaning, as it is now called, is a new approach in response to specific protocols which are regularly updated. Among the different cleaning and sanitization techniques used in hospitals and health centers, steam cleaning is an innovative method. This technique deserves to be encouraged and assessed in order to be fully integrated among the range of techniques at the service of the personnel in charge of hygiene. The daily cleaning of a hospital room is carried out with the help of a steam generator equipped with a brush, a regular hospital housekeeping cart, and the different washcloths and wipes required for the floor and other surfaces. Microfiber wipes are used for elevated surfaces and washcloths for the floors. The different steps are to be carried out in the right order. Waste must be removed and the surfaces of the patient's furniture wet wiped with a wipe moistened with the appropriate chemical. The room floor is then treated with a steam brush, where a microfiber washcloth for the adapted long or short-term use is attached. This washcloth must be changed for each room and put into the appropriate dirty linen basket. As in the case of all regular methods, it is recommended to carry out this operation in a series of circular movements. Strong pressure on the brush is unnecessary for higher efficiency. Elevated surfaces are to be treated according to the usual protocols of cleaning and sanitization. After the departure of each patient, an in-depth cleaning of the room is to be carried out. The required elements are a hospital housekeeping cart and its accessories, a steam generator equipped with a steam brush, and a vacuum cleaning system, microfiber wipes for the elevated surfaces and for the floors. The walls are cleaned with the help of a steam brush. The entire wall surface must be steam cleaned. Washrooms and sanitary appliances are minutely cleaned according to stringent procedures. The floor may be cleaned in two different ways. The first method is to proceed as explained earlier with a steam brush. The operation is thus identical to that carried out in the daily cleaning of a patient's room. The second method is a dual method using steam injection and vacuum cleaning. In this method, the surface is treated with a disinfecting chemical. Steam is then injected on the floor and a vacuum cleaner sucks up the chemical, the steam and the impurities. This combination of detergent and steam added to the vacuum cleaning guarantees an almost total elimination of the bacterial biofilm found on these surfaces. These medical devices are impractical from the point of view of the cleaning, sanitization and maintenance. Steam has the faculty to penetrate even the remotest areas where access is generally difficult. This allows for efficient cleaning and eliminates a great part of potentially pathogenic microorganisms. The cleaning and maintenance of these sites is a priority in order to prevent infection. The personnel in charge of hygiene are always on the lookout for efficient and practical cleaning methods. They need information and know-how on the steam cleaning procedures. Mr. Lionel Pinault has studied this cleaning procedure and clarifies a few points.
À la demande de Sanivap,
Sanivap requested us to study and evaluate the biocidal and detersive effects of the Sanivap method. For this innovative method, engineers implemented and adapted the regular laboratory experiments in order to assess the microbiological safety. These experiments were carried out under stringent controls and clearly proved the biocidal and detersive activities within the framework of two experimental models. The first was based on a bacterial biofilm and the second on a complex stain on a rough surface. Sanivap, moreover, continues this scientific approach, and other experiments are underway to respond to the requirements of health institutions for the prevention and control of infections. The operating theatre is a sector where cleanliness and hygiene are a priority and concern for all personnel in charge of hygiene. The quality of the cleaning and sanitization methods is a key factor in the prevention and combat against nosocomial infections, especially in the case of the operating rooms. These cleaning procedures aim at eliminating all infectious stains and potentially present microorganisms. At the end of every operation, the room is totally emptied of all medical devices, and the floor is treated with the steam brush. At the end of the day, the cleaning is thorough and complete. The basic rule to be applied is to go from the cleanest to the least clean areas, from the top to the bottom. The operator of the appliance must pay special attention to the operating table with its hard-to-reach zones and clean these using the different accessories provided with the steam generator. Once the operating table has been steam cleaned, all the other furniture in the room must also be minutely steam cleaned. All the surfaces, walls, doors, furniture, and instruments are cleaned and sanitized using the accessories provided with the steaming appliance. Walls and doors are treated, then steamed. The basic rules remain the same: to go from the cleanest to the least clean areas and from the top to the bottom. All horizontal and vertical surfaces are steam cleaned, keeping this basic rule in mind, and the procedure is carried out in the same way as in any other part of the hospital. In the final step of the cleaning process, the floor is cleaned and sanitized with steam, then vacuum cleaned to suck up impurities. As seen earlier, this process is carried out with a steam generator equipped with a steam brush and coupled with a vacuum cleaner. This equipment first steams the floor and simultaneously sucks up impurities. The operating theatre is then re-equipped with all the necessary medical devices. Although there have been no epidemiological studies so far on the infections transmitted during transport in an ambulance, the cleaning and sanitization of these vehicles is indispensable to prevent such an eventuality. The vehicle is first stripped of all its equipment before the cleaning process. cleaning procedure is hampered by the lack of space and the presence of the fixed devices. All the vertical and horizontal surfaces are nonetheless steam cleaned. The operator follows the basic rule of going from the top to the bottom and carries out the procedure in much the same way as in the other areas of the hospital. This cleaning process is highly efficient due to the high temperature, above 100 degrees Celsius, and the high pressure of the steam. This steam has the capacity to attain and sanitize even the most difficult to reach areas and destroy all potentially present microorganisms. Stretchers and mattresses are similarly steam cleaned to disinfect them. The driver's cabin is to be similarly cleaned with special attention to areas in direct contact with the intervention teams. The vehicle is then re-equipped with all the devices steam cleaned beforehand. Can this cleaning and sanitization method using the steam equipment become a real working tool? Can its efficiency be assessed? And is it a practical method? Mr. Joseph Ajar replies to these questions.
Actuellement, le nettoyage et la désinfection des surfaces.
Today, the cleaning and sanitization of hospital surfaces is normally carried out using the regular biocleaning techniques.
La méthode vapeur a fait son apparition.
The steam process is rather recent. It uses water at high temperature and high pressure. The laboratory assessment of the bacteriological efficiency of the process was carried out by a group of specialists, biologists, hygiene experts and consultants, examined the results and have confirmed the detersive and bactericidal performance of the steam method.